Hi, ladies and gents. I'm very excited to introduce Carmel Brown, who is a best-selling author of Less Headache, Happier Teams, and More Success, and also director of The Proven Group, which is an award-winning consultancy firm specializing in HR, people and culture, recruitment, training, and support for all sizes of businesses. Plus, Carmel also assists individuals with career progression. Welcome, Karen. Welcome to the show, and thank you so much for the patience. And
Thank
I'm
you very
really
much.
excited to have you on board.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Carmel, let's start with your story. How's your journey and now where you are, how you come up to this place? Let's go.
Okay. So the business was founded 13 years ago, and it was founded writing resumes from home, is actually how it all began. And it quickly from there, about 3 years after writing resumes, we established the recruitment pillar of the business, because all day, every day, we were writing resumes for individuals, and we had the opportunity to connect them with employers. And that was the best feeling ever to actually connect people. I didn't realize it then, but I realized a few years later, which has probably taken me to where I am today as far as the connection journey. Also, probably about another 3 years after the recruitment pillar, we opened up the human resources part of the business. I actually approached Belinda Fife, who's now my CEO. I approached her 7 years ago and asked her, would she like to partner with me? I've got a lot of HR work. Do you have capacity? I've got money and I'll pay you. Do you want to join? She goes, okay. So 7 years later, she's really powerhouse alongside me. COVID was quite an explosion for us as people. COVID was, a good thing for the business because like accountants, a lot of people were calling HR, have had to stand down their staff, had to or outplace their staff, which went through the recruitment arm as well. Other businesses, as we know, they exploded as well and they needed more staff. So very quickly, we employed more senior HR strategists, and we're in industrial relations, so we do a lot of workplace investigations, quite often complex workplace investigations, and that's even with your larger firms where there's that conflict of interest. So we do and EBAs and unions and all that stuff that a lot sort of run from. We do that. Yes, and wellbeing. So this is a separate pillar on its own. So all the occupational health and safety in a business. Wellbeing, which a couple of years ago was more around mental health, safety. But that has grown quite that large for us. It is now in its own pillar as well. We have a lot of partners in the wellbeing space. In all the pillars of the business, there's actually 9. So growing from 1, the resumes, through to 9. Each pillar or pod has their own pod leader. And within that, we have a team of experts. I've built the business on a collaborative model. Also, what happened about 3 years ago is that we were approached by the Franchise Council of Australia. They did ask us if we would like to be one of their preferred training providers for franchisors and franchisees around the country. If this is going to air, I can probably say it now, but they didn't know at that time. I only had one trainer.
Oh.
So I went out to my networks, BNI in particular, which I now have a team around the country. I handpicked them all together with my team. It's all based around soft skills or human skills, it's known as now. So communication, leadership and management, career development, and wellbeing. So much so that we were going to put together a brochure or a flyer to take to the conference to launch the training, that it ended up turning into a second business, which is Practical Professional Development, that now has 32 facilitators and trainers and over 160 courses. Wasn't supposed to get that big, but it has, and it's fantastic. So we offer the training, upskilling, professional development around the country. And I tend to finish off with our international partnerships, in particular with the UK. And those guys we meet with every 4 or 5 weeks over Teams, and 6 a.m. there, 6 coffee, wine, have a chat, catch up and see what each other's doing. And they too, since that time from about 3 years ago, they also have affiliations with 8 other countries. So when we need help in other countries, for example, if we've got a client here and they have staff in Germany, for example, we can actually call our partners in the UK and ask for their connections to other countries so we can help our clients here with their teams internationally. So that's a real summary of 13 years.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty amazing. Do you have like a business background or?
No, I don't. Well, no, I've always been a leader. I've always been a manager. My previous life to being a business owner, I was in pharmacy for 11 years. Loved pharmacy. I'm a learner. Very much a learner and very much a sponge. I'm one of those that has to know, for example, if you had a Swiss multivitamin, I'd know what the vitamins were, but what each ingredient did.
That's very interesting.
So I'm a very, but I've got a strong team around me, and they help me to be where I am today. So I work on the business. I don't do client work anymore. I've stepped away from that because I do have a great team that can do all of that. And I love to connect and collaborate is what I love
Wow.
to do.
That is something very interesting you just said, working on the business. I think that is the one of the biggest struggle, which even I often see, especially in, people who started alone and then they have few people, but they end up working all the time in the business, and somewhere what I see is that kind of limit their horizon in business growth actually. When you're so busy all the time in work, you don't see the opportunities lying across. So
Yes.
how you make that step up?
I made the step up. I've worked very hard and long hours in the business as we continue to grow.
Yes.
But the last couple of years, in particular, the last 12 months, like of last year, I was working very ridiculous long hours. So I was pretty much working 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the client work. And then from 9 till whatever time, then out and about having meetings and meeting new clients or just meeting other potential business owners, collaborating with our associates as well. And then I trained up that team around me. So each, as I said, pillar has a team
Mm.
within. And I had a lot to do with the careers team. That's where I mainly was. So I trained up the team and I've stepped away. December 31st was my deadline, and I was going whether they were ready or not, or maybe if I was ready or not. I think that's probably more the
Yeah, I think that's it's giving that control
yeah.
when like it's one of those things. It's giving up that control, now whether they're gonna do it the way I want it. How you handle those challenges?
So how I've handled the challenges is obviously a lot of hand holding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Matt, who is our careers coordinator of the writers and the career coaches and the interview coaches and all that make up the careers team, we meet regularly. I did do some training around how of course, because we've been very successful in that part of the business, and won a lot of awards for our writing. So I'm there. I'm always there in the background, definitely. But my working on the business, as I said, I'm very much a connector and a collaborator.
Yeah.
And I do have, I suppose, the gift of identifying opportunities. I quite often say that nothing fills my cup more than when I fill the diaries of business. And I'm just very good. I don't like to call it sales because I don't like to sell, but I'm very good at promoting and I'm very good at connecting. And that's where I love to play. So sometimes if I do step back in the careers, it's only mainly to talk to incoming, like potential clients, and help get those over the line, introduced to the team, and off they go and do what they love to do. And that's the writing.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing. So if I ask you, Carmel, so what are some of let's say just pick up three things which you think have made a massive difference in your business success,
Yep.
like qualities or soft skill or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the abundant mindset that we have. And as I know, I keep saying connecting and collaborating, but that's how we've built the business on the associate model. So although there's a very large team around the country and we have our international contacts, I don't have the sleepless nights of, having, a lot of hundreds of people on my payroll. I do have a handful of employees. I said I'd never have employees, but these ones weren't getting away. So it's definitely the abundant mindset.
Mindset, yeah.
It's the leadership, very much the leadership within the team. And that's, first and foremost, Belinda, who's the CEO, and Jenny Boymel, who's very, very well known. She's also the glue that keeps us together, is how I describe the team. And also that just the whole team. We're very, even though we do recruitment, we've never actually ran a recruitment campaign for ourselves. We've grown organically through word of mouth. Everyone hears how much fun we have and they want to come. So we actually redid our values only a few months ago. Not that there was anything wrong with our other ones, but the team had changed and grown so much. And as we
That's so important. Yeah.
the buy-in. So our values now are like trust. That's always first and foremost. Connect, collaborate, and joy. So whatever we do, we must have fun. And I will like to share probably, I know you asked me for 3, but I'll give you 4.
Yeah, give me.
Is that the overarching philosophy of the Proven Group and the second business, Practical Professional Development, and how Belinda and I will make decisions in the business every day is based on 3 words. The team came up with these words. We butcher papered it, we workshopped it, and it ended up being 3 words. And the 3 words are where everybody wins.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how we run the business, and that's how we make decisions every day with our
Yeah.
team, our partners.
Yeah, it's win for everyone.
Yeah.
That's really gold.
It is gold. A lot of people have pinched it, and that's okay.
You can't make happy everyone,
Yeah.
and that's the
right.
part and parcel.
Yeah.
So ultimately you end up with people who are in alignment, and some people let go of, and that's the
Mhm.
part and parcel. So
Yeah.
what are some of the challenges you face during early phases? Because my background, I'll give a little bit. So I'm
Yeah.
more from a marketing background,
Mhm.
digital marketing specifically. So what are some of the challenges you face during, I know word of mouth is really the best, the referral marketing is the,
Yeah.
but someone who is just starting out, they don't have that luxury to have, that known or someone referring. So how you move from, completely starting from scratch to, well known?
To be really quite honest with you, what has helped me grow is BNI I'm sure those that do know or don't know, of course, Business Network International is a global organisation. This is my 10th year in BNI.
Oh,
I joined BNI when we opened the recruitment. So we only had the resumes, and then we opened recruitment, because that's got quite a tarnished name sometimes, if those haven't had a good experience with it. So I wanted people to know that I was behind the business. It was me, they were dealing with me. So that's when I joined BNI. And that is where I still continue to connect and collaborate, because it's such a warm, safe,
that's so true.
trusted space.
Yep.
And it is just, I don't believe in coincidences. I used to, but now I know that they're not true. It's just all the synchronicity that comes with you meet someone, then meet someone, and meet someone.
That is so true.
So a lot, to be honest, goes to, when I say to BNI, but you do, like, it's a system and a process, you do need to work, but I'm just forever grateful that it actually exists. So I actually get to work.
That is so true.
The system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it exists. And that's like I'm new to the BNI. It's been 3 months. I'm having an amazing time, amazing group. And we will definitely want you to someday, if you are in and around Frankston, we would love to have you as a guest in our group.
Yeah, I would visit. I do visit Melbourne.
Yeah. Yeah, and our group is like growing and flourishing. And a lot of things have changing, and especially I think after COVID, a lot of businesses have changed their model, and some just adopt to the flexibility, some don't. But ultimately, I think where the BNI brings those, when it's like, some one of our insurance guy, he says, like, these are not 40, 40 people, 40 referrals. They are like your own sales marketing
Yes.
team.
And
And they
yeah.
do the hard work for you.
Yeah, that's right. And it's all about, like, it's building relationships, and that's what BNI offers, because those that are out just to hand around business cards and make relationships very transactional, they're unfortunately the business owners that may not succeed or succeed as quickly
That's
as they'd
true.
like to.
Yeah.
And I think once you've built that visibility and the credibility, as we talk about, then of course, the profitability, and it is about building relationships. You become a person behind the business, not, as I say, transactional. I love the transformational space where you
Yeah.
just transform things with others.
All right, Carmel, I want to be very respectful of your time. So we have 4 minutes, 3:30 you have, yeah? So I just want to shoot one thing. So how you see your business model changing? Because my focus right now is more on artificial intelligence and how it is removing a lot of obstacles from not only beginner businesses, but even when you have a like really solid business, you can use a lot of things. There's a lot of potential in it actually for businesses. So what's your strategy on AI and what's your view on that?
Yeah, very open to AI, definitely. It's a great tool when it's used properly. We're certainly, as I say, looking at different things, even with our CRM, with the AI.
Yeah.
I understand how important marketing is, but good marketing, not just put a post on Facebook once a week or something like that. It's all about remain connected with your clients, offering value, especially in our HR and people and culture space, where I'm able to offer updates on legislation and we run little webinars and things. So AI is very, very important. You've got to move with the times and respect it and use it wisely.
All righty. That's that's encouraging for me. Any last word you have, Carmel?
I would just love to, thank you so much for the opportunity is what I'd love to say.
Thank you.
I'll come and see your chapter.
Yeah.
And for those that are listening, whether they're 1 year in business or 13 or whatever, how many years in business, I always say stick with it. Surround yourself with great people. And if you are a solopreneur, get involved with an organisation like BNI. I don't have shares in it. I probably should. I'm always talking about it. But it does work. It does.
Yes, definitely, definitely. All right. Just want to be respectful of your time, Carmel. Thank you so much for coming by. Really, really, if I'm in yours place someday, maybe we'll bump into each other.
Absolutely. We should. And actually, we probably should do a one-to-one.
Oh yeah, that's the BNI spirit.
That's it. Let's learn more about your business.
Yes, let's do that one as well. I'll send you the invite. And so, you have any website you want to talk about where people, if they want to learn more about your business?
Yeah, definitely. So the website is The Proven Group. And when you do visit the website, underneath up the top, you've got a tab and it's called Books. The business owner book that I did write, I didn't write it to sell it. I wrote it to give it away. It's got a lot of tips for new business owners or any business owner for that matter.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to order a copy. It's complimentary. We send it out with a post, with a ribbon, with a pen, with some coffee, with a slice.
I would like to share. I would like to. I have opened your website.
And together with that, you actually do get a 30-minute consultation with myself as well. And so just up the top where you see books. So that's a lot of the team that's on there. Up the top, right. Keep going across.
Yep. So.
So even there. Yep.
Yeah. So you can order it here, and it's thepruvengroup.com.au, and there you go.
Yeah, there we are.
So you can download and just follow. Do you have a particular handle, Carmel, on Facebook, Insta?
Yes, so we are on Facebook. We're also on LinkedIn. We have an Instagram account as well. But even with the book that I was mentioning then, you also do get a complimentary 30-minute conversation with me because after you've read the book, it's a top 10 challenges every business owner faces. So there's always questions at the end that I'm more than happy to assist with.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Carmel. It was really amazing catching up with you. A nice Friday afternoon.
I know, it was fun. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely evening.
You too. Thank you, women. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.